Hello, everybody. Welcome to Rusty Buckets, or fuck shit. Wrong channel. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Little Rusty Buckets. Subscribe to the channel and drop a like. Kendrick Perkins said some bullshit the other day, and I want to react to it. Not only is it bullshit, but it's also very egotistical, and there might be some validity to what he is saying. There is some capacity of truth in there, but I think it is more of a commentary on what the NBA media landscape looks like and looked like at the time, more so than anything that Kendrick Perkins should be taking credit for. So I'll play the clip for you. This got a clap back from Ja Morant. Ja Morant was the subject of all of this. But let's get into it.
At one point, but then when Ja started getting in trouble with some of his stuff off the court and shit like that, I had to speak on it. Me and Ja don't really fuck with me no more on that shit, but to be honest, in that type of situation, I don't fuck with Ja. And you know why I don't fuck? I fuck with his daddy, but I don't fuck with Ja. You know why I don't fuck with Ja? Because it's like, bro, the reason I'm so mad at you is because ESPN packed up for a week and went. Y'all had the city rocking. ESPN ain't never packed up and went down there, spent millions of dollars to go do an all access on y'all in Memphis. They did that for Ja.
They ain't do that for us.
Bro, I was the one that was praising Ja. I was the one that said, hey man, I came out and said, hey look, we could redo that draft. Ja should have went number one and not Zion. All of a sudden, Disney bosses hearing me out. We go do an all access, bro. We down in Memphis, shining light on you. ESPN don't never do that shit.
For sure.
We're knowing you the next chosen one. And you fuck up, guess what? Not only do that make you look bad, that make me look bad.
I guarantee you no one, and I mean like no one, was like, Ja Morant is flashing guns on Instagram? Fuck Kendrick Perkins. What? What are you talking about? It makes you look bad. This makes you look bad. That Ja makes you look bad because of some dumb shit that was dramatically overblown on Instagram, just for the record. But I'll play out the rest of the clip. But God,
so,
we're knowing you the next chosen one. And you fuck up, guess what? Not only do that make you look bad, that make me look bad. Because they recognized you because of me speaking highly of you. It ain't no...
They in this sentence is ESPN, apparently. Like, his argument is that he put on that network to Ja Morant. And my main take there is, like, if that is true, I don't think Ja Morant owes Kendrick Perkins fuck all. I think that is an indictment on ESPN and their process of deciding what to talk about. Like, if it took Kendrick Perkins being like, hey, this Ja Morant kid's pretty good while he's averaging like a fucking 26 points per game as a rookie or whatever the hell it was, like leading the Grizzlies to the playoffs. I don't know if they did. Rudy, did the Grizzlies make the playoffs in Ja's first year, or did they get close and not make it? I can't remember. Was that Ja's rookie year? I would just go to Ja's basketball reference. They went 34-39. They made the play-in, and did they win the play-in to go to the playoffs? Yeah, okay. So they lost in the play-in. That was one of my hot takes going into the year, was like, if Ja Morant is like good as fuck right out of the gate, I think the Grizzlies will make the playoffs. Obviously, they didn't quite do it, but still feel pretty good about that take. But let's just finish the last 12 seconds of this clip. I don't even remember if it's
coincidence
important.
That you went from having 3 games on ESPN national television that you had 52.
Hold on, Perk. I'm gonna say you are definitely one of the spokesmen of putting Memphis on.
For sure.
But that guy is must-see TV.
I didn't say
the best shoe in the game right now.
Shout out my boy Ja, man.
Shout out Big Ja Morant.
Yeah, I agree with Tony Allen there. And my thing is, like, Ja Morant was going to do the things that he did as a basketball player, which he did. It was going to get noticed eventually. Whether it does not take ESPN putting on players in order for them to be known and be famous. Don't get me wrong, it absolutely plays a part, but like what Adam Silver said about the game being a highlight sport, I don't agree with him, but that sentiment does ring true for casual NBA fans. And just seeing clips of Ja Morant doing these awe-inspiring dunks all over the internet would be more than enough to get people starting to get invested. And I also don't think that ESPN was making the decision to go from 3 games to 52 purely off of Kendrick Perkins' word. And if that is the case, I already felt this way, but ESPN's a goddamn joke. Like, that is very, very pathetic to me that it takes one guy advocating for a team for them to go all the way from never showing this team to giving them a majority ESPN games. Like, that to me, it is either a stretch, or if it's not a stretch, it is embarrassing for ESPN and the NBA at large, not a credit of Kendrick Perkins. And I just hate the way that this is like, oh, I put you on. I'm the one who made you famous. I'm the one who made you so well liked. And then you did something bad and it made me look bad. I promise you that acting like as an analyst you made a player's career, that makes you look way, 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 way worse than the player after the fact doing something that, again, was not really that big of a deal, at least in terms of the stuff that he was publicly punished for. Like, I know there was like that situation with like him biting some 17-year-old at his mansion or some shit. I don't know the details about that, but like the main thing that everyone was complaining about was him flashing the guns on Instagram, taking a gun on a team plane. And like, I don't endorse any of that shit, but there's also far, 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 far worse things that NBA players do that they do not get any kind of flack for from the league. They sure as shit don't get like, what, 50 game suspensions, or like, was it even in the entire season suspension? Like, it was something ridiculous for what it was. Meanwhile, like, Miles Bridges can throw a fucking cue ball through his girlfriend's car with his kid in it, or whatever the hell that was. Well, my point is, like, Stephen A. Smith has had a tendency to do this shit too, where he acts like he makes a player's career by talking about them. No, your career is made by being really fucking good at basketball and generating really, really awesome highlights. And maybe Kendrick Perkins was the first canary in the coal mine on Ja Morant, but one way or the other, that was going to happen. Ja and the Grizzlies getting more and more coverage was going to happen regardless of if Kendrick Perkins did it. And to me, it is just very, very egotistical to make that claim. And again, no one was thinking of Kendrick Perkins when Ja Morant had his controversy. No one was like, bro, fuck Kendrick Perkins because he said good things about Ja. Do you know how many people said good things about Ja after that? You know, I did. You know how many people came into my comment sections and they were like, wow, you're supporting this gun-toting thug. No, maybe if you really looked for it, you could find that. But like, I think you are living in your own fucking world, Kendrick Perkins. That's just embarrassing. And again, I don't deny the possibility that he's the guy who got ESPN to start covering one of the most highlight-worthy players in the league on a really good NBA team. But that's not a credit to you. It is a discredit to ESPN. Yeah, that's my piece. Goodbye.